I'm taking these battles in order of difficulty, as Gimbal was a very easy opponent, and if you fight him with an axe, it's pretty much a lopsided battle. This guy, this Asian vampire, is a lot tougher, and he can hurt you. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I have everything pumped up to be able to survive this battle. So I'm pushing up dodge, I'm making sure melee's in the right place, and I'm making sure that I certainly don't want to attempt to fight this guy without getting the dodge book first. And I want to be fairly strong. If you come at this guy weak, you can easily be killed. And I've been killed by this guy a whole bunch of times. So, but if I fight this guy as strong as I am now, I don't need any disciplines to beat him. In fact, now it's a really lopsided battle, and I'm not even going to use disciplines. So I would recommend, though, if you haven't fought this guy many times, maybe the first couple times use fortitude and presence to give yourself an edge. But the strength that I am right now, this is not going to be that much of a fight. So these emails, he is spying, and it tells about how Asian vampires are talking about coming in and taking over. And this is part of a storyline that's ongoing here and also in downtown in Hollywood. So you can read these emails, and interesting to know stuff. And our opponent is right on the other side of this door, and I'm glad I have an axe.
Hey.
This looks really lopsided. And it really is. Blood buff to get an extra couple of points of melee. Really heavy defense and not much of a battle. I get this really cool sword, which is nice. It looks great. Wonderful for stealth kills. And a crossbow, which does a lot of damage if I ever get ranged up, which I will eventually.
What time is it?
Then I'm going to stop and get some blood from my favorite blood doll. The best blood doll in the game.
Yo, girl, you do that thing yet? Right on, girl, yeah! Hey, I'm sorry again for what happened before. Still haven't heard anything from Bertram, but I'll let him know about how good you did and about how you were cool about everything. And yeah, oh man. Bertram said it's like a vampire, different, you know? It's like what they have in China instead of vampires. He said lots of them have been coming to California for some reason, I don't know.
And taking a look at where we are, we're right on schedule. And go up the elevator and...
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. Ooh, can I see it? I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Fine, you hold on to it. Since you are so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me? Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk. I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
By saying we won't steal the charity box, we
It's
save
not
the
what
humanity.
you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal.
Now we can steal the charity money.
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long. Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
And there's Gallery Noir.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in. Huh? What call are you talking about there, Missy? And who might you be then, Missy? Yeah? Does that pay well? Just taking one look at you, I'd say there's a lot of money in that line of work. Me, security's in my blood. My father's father, my 6 brothers. Yeah, we're all real keen on upholding the law, like a family of Magnum PIs. Look, I'll let you in, but I'll be filing a 62A on this when I get back to the security station after my shift, just so you're aware. Yeah, that's right. I mean, who wouldn't file a 45B, huh? Everyone knows about 45B. Anyway, go ahead on in and you have yourself a nice night.
If you get a chance, play a high seduction female and enter into long seduction lines with Chunk, and the conversations carry on and through the rest of the game with him. Someone went to a great deal of effort to just make this completely ridiculous. It's pretty funny. But you have to play a very high seduction female. The other thing I noticed is when I play every other clan, if memory serves, it's only the Ventrue. Yeah, we got the money. It's only the Ventrue where he says it looks like it pays a lot of money based on how you're dressed. Everybody else, he says they're not dressed very well. So that's really interesting that they would build that into the game. Lots of little things like that. Okay, to slice up these paintings, we have to do these in a certain order. And if you don't, there are penalties. This is a pretty tough fight, and I'm going to take it step by step, very slowly, on how to gain an advantage over this guy. And always save it, because this guy can kill you. What I want to do is I want to use some kind of a pause button like the inventory or the K key, and I have it set for 1 is the axe, and you come into this unarmed. And right about here you can start to bring things up. 2, 3, and 4 are 2 and 3 are my disciplines, and 4 is blood buff. And I want to get all of these up as quickly as I can, but there's a little bit of a pause between each one. So what I have to do is I have to hit the button 2 and then turn the pause off, which is inventory is what I'm using. I suggest you use K, and then turn it off, hit the right click very quickly, and then pause again, and then hit the next number. And when I get all 3 up, then I'm ready to fight. Now I have them. Okay, I have all 3 up, and I have an axe in my hand, and now I'm going to be in much better shape, and I have about 16 seconds to take this fight to him. And he doesn't do much damage to me because of fortitude and presence. Okay, now I have him. I have him down so weak that I don't even have to use anything else. I got him. And that's excellent. Now all I have to do is go get some blood.
Sir, can you hear me?
And fortunately there's some nearby. And that's it. A pretty tough fight.